everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today we're in my bathroom. I'm going to be testing the brow tint from Revolution. I'm going to be honest and say I don't have high hopes for this. We're in my bathroom, hello. It's the evening, I haven't had my dinner yet and it's quite late, and I've just read on here that you need to allow it to develop for 2 hours, so I was like, I better get it done now. I bought this secondhand from a girl called Luce Stevenson, who's here on YouTube as well, and she gave it to me for like £2 or £3. I don't know if she's used it before, but it's in dark brown and she's blonde. But it says it's a brow tint and it's a brow gel and it's dark brown, and there's a little picture here of like, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but like sparse brows for the before and then a thick line for the after. Directions. Step 1, start with a clean brow. Well, it's a no makeup day for me today, so I have a clean brow. Step 2, apply to brow to create desired shape. Leave to develop for 2 hours. Step 3, peel off for gorgeous brows for up to 3 days. I have always struggled with like really pale brows. In comparison to my hair, they're just really pale, and when I put my makeup on, especially when I put foundation on, they just like vanish. So I would love for my brows to be darker. We're gonna try this. I think someone in a review said that this looked nice at first and then became like a reddy kind of orangey tint rather than brown. So yeah, we'll give it a go. I don't know what the applicator's going to be like. Oh, okay. It's just like a brush. I'm very nervous that I'm going to put this in the wrong place. Like, if it was a brush, it could brush through your brows, but like normally when I do my brows, I line them, then I fill them in with like 2 different powders, and then I always use my fingers to kind of blend out the front because I don't like a harsh front bit of my brow. And then sometimes as well I feel like I've gone too low, so then I go back in with like highlighter or something underneath to kind of get rid of it, or my finger. So I don't know how well this is going to go. I know that when I put it on, it's obviously going to look really, really dark and blocky. But then obviously I just hope that once I peeled it off, it's lighter. But let's give it a go. When I look in the mirror, I don't really know if you're going to be able to see me, but I've got no shelf or anything on my mirror. So I'll just keep checking in with you. But it's just this liquid on this little tiny brush. I feel like this is going to go horribly wrong, but hey, I don't know if you'll be able to see me, but let's give it a go. I'm trying to go in lightly at first. So it's coming out like this kind of colour, which I'd expect because you're going to peel it off anyway, but it is like black. That's what we're looking like at the moment. Okay, I've just realised it's better if you want a straight line to use it like a paintbrush and actually drag it, rather than I was going like this, like I was filling them in. Please let me know in the comments if you have ever dyed your brows. I don't have the money, I don't know how much it is, to be fair. I don't have the money to go and get them dyed or tattooed, although that is something that I'd consider. Because when I take my makeup off, I feel like it's my eyebrows that make the most difference. So I'd love to have them actually dyed by a professional or tattooed, so that when I take my makeup off there's still something there, you know? This actually feels quite nice. It's like a cold liquid. It's quite nice. Okay, I've smudged it a bit here and like here as well, so I'm just going to grab a cotton bud and see whether that will kind of get rid of it quite easily. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with this at the moment. I feel like there's no brow hairs that I would want to be coated in it that aren't coated in it. I like my brow hairs, I don't pluck them that much, but there's like a few around here and underneath, but I wouldn't want them to be dyed, you know. But yeah, so there we go. They are my eyebrows at the moment. I am going to leave them on for 2 hours. And we will see whether they peel off well or not and what the colour underneath is like. But actually that was easier than I thought it was. I think just make sure you've got a cotton bud. I wiped a bit off with my finger and now my finger's a little bit stained, so I'm going to try and wash that again, or maybe get some micellar water on it or something. But yeah, obviously it's really dark at the moment, but I feel confident that it's not going to be this colour when I peel it off. And yeah, I will see you in 2 hours. Hello everybody, it's like nearly 3 hours later now. I got a bit distracted on the Xbox, but you know, I thought I would leave it for some extra time to make sure that it's dry. You know, it's like, you know when you get peel off masks, like face masks, they always say they're gonna like dry within 10 minutes, but they never do. But yeah, this feels very dry. I'm very excited. I hope that it doesn't peel my actual eyebrow hairs off. This is starting to peel. Can you see that? Yeah, so I'm just gonna peel it. See if it all comes off in one go. Oh. I was thinking like 3 days isn't very long, is it? However, if look at that. If you're like going on holiday or away for the weekend, it could be quite good, couldn't it? Or like, you know, like if you're gonna go in a swimming pool or something and you want to have eyebrows. Okay, I'm only looking in the viewfinder, but that looks really good. Oh, there's a bit there. Oh no. I've just gone to rub a bit that was stuck on this part of my brow, and like the dye has just basically come off. I have a feeling if I rub them, the dye's just gonna come off. I think they look alright right now, but I'm just gonna rub this one and see what happens. Because if it just comes off really easily. Oh, okay, maybe once you've been putting makeup on and taking your makeup off, you're gonna wear it off anyway. So I feel like this is what I'm left with after like rubbing at my eyebrows. So I guess if you wanted it like darker and blockier, don't rub your brows. I wonder what it'd be like after you slept. But this is after rubbing them, and at first I was like, well, it's all just come off. However, there is definitely a difference, isn't there? Definitely. It's not the like best, but still I feel like it takes out the step of, well, when I do my eyebrows anyway, I use a pencil to like carve out the shape first, then I go in with a medium powder, and then I go in with a darker powder on the ends. I feel like this cuts out the step of pencil because you've already got that basic shape there. So I do quite like that. I'm putting this video up the day after I've tried these, so I don't know how long they're gonna last. But I'm just staring at my brows like, oh. But yeah, they definitely are more full and prominent than they normally are when I've got no makeup on, so that's a plus. And I like actually that they're not too dark, and I also like that they don't have this reddy undertone that I read in one review. But obviously we'll see how it goes over the next couple of days. But yeah, I think it's quite cool actually. I do wonder if once you've kind of done your makeup, filled in your brows for the day, and then at the end of the day you take your makeup off, I wonder whether that will take off like another layer of the dye from your brows. I'm about to wash my face anyway actually, because it's the end of the day, so I'm gonna you know what, I'm going to cleanse my face now. I've got a muslin cloth and it's the end of the day and I'm going to use the vitamin E cleanser from the Body Shop, and we will just see. This is what my brows look like at the moment. And let's just see, because why not? I feel like this is going to put them to the test now, because we're actually like cleansing rather than just rubbing. So we will see. I'm not going to go over them more than I normally would, but I would normally rub them like that to get the brow stuff off. Looks like they're holding up. That would probably be it actually on my brows. And then I would wipe away. I think it's definitely taken some off. But there is still dye there. Okay, so this is me after I have washed my face. I feel like there's practically no difference now from my normal brows. Maybe a tiny bit. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit, but yeah, no. I think that it doesn't last very long at all. And it wouldn't if you are someone who washes your face. Yeah, but it does say brow tint rather than brow dye, and I think the Eyelaw one says brow dye. I obviously put it properly to the test because I rubbed my eyebrow, and I think if you didn't do that then it would be fine. However, I would then be worried if you were doing something like sleeping and then you'd wake up and maybe half your brow would have been wiped off and the other half would still be there. Like, I would want a product that is actually going to withstand rubbing, you know? So not overly impressed. I see the benefits of it though. I just don't think it's very long lasting. For me personally, the only reason I'd want to use something like this is if I was going to be in a situation where I was taking my makeup off or in a swimming pool or something, and I'd want, with no makeup on, me to still look like I've got brows. I think that if you tried really hard not to rub your eyebrows, then you would be fine. And maybe some people, once they've peeled it off, they leave it like that and they don't fill in anymore, so then they don't have to rub their brows when they're cleansing. But I still would put powder over the top of it just to make sure it is like even, you know? Yeah, so not the strongest out there. However, I'm definitely going to give it a go another time. I mean, to be fair, I've given it nearly 3 hours to develop and I do feel like I've wasted my time. However, I am aware that I was like rubbing my brow, but it came off easily. Let me know if you want me to do another video, or maybe I'll just do this at my own time, but I want to try it again, peel it off and not touch them. And then like the next day do my makeup and see if it makes a difference. And at the end of that day, take my makeup off as I normally would. I still feel like they would be gone by the end of that first day. But overall, probably not the best. I'm thinking, when else would you use this? Maybe in the morning, if you want, I don't know. Maybe if you're on holiday and you're not going to be wearing makeup at all during the day, you put this on in the morning after you've done your morning cleanse, but then you'd have to sit around for 2 hours while it develops. But then you'd peel it off, and then for the rest of the day, you'd look like you have good brows. But then I still think if you were in a pool, or you rubbed your eyebrows, or you lay down and they rubbed against something, half your eyebrow would be gone. So yeah, let me know what you think if you've tried this though, and if it was any better for you, or yeah, I just really don't see how it could last 3 days. I don't know. But yeah, that was me testing out the Revolution brow tint. I'm still going to keep it. I'm still going to try it again because I want to think of a situation where I can make this work, because my brows are, like I said earlier, the biggest thing. When I take my makeup off, me having like hardly any brows is really obvious because I draw them in. So having something like this would be so good. So I am going to try it again. I'm going to peel it off and I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to do my makeup, and then I'm going to cleanse at the end of the day and see what it's like then. But yeah, let me know if you want that in a video or whether I'm just going to test it myself. But I want this to work. So yeah, I am a bit disappointed, but I'll try the Eyelaw one. Let me know if there's any others that you've tried and you really, really liked. Let me know. But yeah, there we go. That was me testing the Revolution brow tint. Again, it's called a tint, so you don't expect it to last ages like a dye, do you? I don't know. It could work, I guess, for some people who want like... No, because it takes... I was going to say for people who want that kind of brow, but it takes 2 hours. Like, that's a long time. So, there we go. I just wanted to insert this clip the morning after. I've just been doing my skincare. And I've definitely noticed that my brows do look a bit darker. So even though in the outro I'm really not impressed, they do look a little bit darker, which I do quite like. And that is, you know, after me rubbing them and it seemingly looking like all of the tint had come off. There is definitely still something on my brows, so that's good. But yeah. But yeah, that's what I thought. I hope you, I guess, enjoyed this video or found it interesting in the slightest. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a few days in my next video. Bye.